Today I'm going to speak to you about 3 practical ways that you can demonstrate unconditional love to your child with autism or ADHD, even when their symptoms are driving you a little bit nutty or they're overwhelming you. And as a bonus of trying this out with your child, you get to watch their emotional and behavioral symptoms really get reduced significantly. And whether you're a parent or a caregiver and teacher who works with these children with autism or ADHD, or even you're an adult who has symptoms from autism or ADHD, these solutions can also be applicable to you. So before I start on the topic, I want to introduce myself. My name is Tina Bishai, and I'm the founder of Golden Healings. It's an alternative and holistic health practice, and it's here that I get to see both adults and children in person, but I also provide distant energetic healings. And I really believe, my love and my heart is with these kids who have autism and ADHD, and that's where my heart is in this practice. And I love to treat them because I really get to see a difference in reducing their symptoms or even eliminating their symptoms altogether. So I'm a mom of 2 beautiful daughters. I'm a physiotherapist by background. I practiced for about 5 years, and then I decided to go back to school and did an MBA. And then I worked in the corporate world for many, many years, about 15, 17 years now. And then I just decided to follow my heart and love for alternative medicine. And that's when I became a Reiki master and a shaman. And so it's here that I founded Golden Healings, that I provide these energetic healings to people, and have found some really wonderful results with kids with autism and ADHD. So at Golden Healings, I really believe in treating these kids in a holistic manner, addressing their emotional, their physical, and their energetic well-being. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to be doing a series of live broadcasts around these 3 areas to address your children in a holistic manner. And today we're going to be starting with their emotional well-being. And each week I'm going to plan on rotating through their physical and energetic and emotional well-being. So be sure to join at the same time, Thursdays at noon. I plan to go live each and every week. Okay, so before I begin, I want to encourage you to click the like button, the wow button, the heart button if you can hear me, and please tag someone in the comments below if you think that they should hear this broadcast as well. And let me know where you're watching from in the comments. And if you are watching the replay, please feel free to add in the comments as well. I'm going to engage with you afterwards, after the live replay as well. So welcome, and we're going to get started now. So how many of you have kids with autism or ADHD where their symptoms can really drive you a little bit nutty sometimes, or you're totally overwhelmed by their symptoms? You might be running around, trying to get somewhere at a certain time, and your child is having a meltdown, or you're dealing with a tantrum and a meltdown in a public place, and you just have all these concerns and you're going nowhere fast. So first of all, I want to assure you that you're not alone. And I want to share these really wonderful solutions with you. I'm going to share with you 3 solutions that you can use and strategies you can use with your children to show them unconditional love. And why is that so important? It's important because our children feel energy so much differently than we do. So they're super sensitive to energies around them. And if we can show them unconditional love in different places and different times during the day, even when they're having meltdowns and we want to, we feel like, they're so irritating or their symptoms are annoying, that's especially the time to show them unconditional love. And I'm going to share these 3 strategies with you. All right. The first strategy I have for you is to remain committed rather than attached to a specific outcome. So what do I mean by that? So whenever I can focus on remaining committed to my child's health and well-being instead of attached to the outcome of like getting somewhere on time or not being embarrassed in a public place because she's having a meltdown, everything goes so much smoother. So if I keep that in my mind as my focus, I'm committed to her health and well-being, and stop worrying about the outcome of the situation, everything just kind of falls into place. So that's my first suggestion for you. Be committed to something that moves you with your child. Like for me, that's me being committed to her health and her well-being, and don't be attached to any specific outcome, and just kind of go with the flow. My second suggestion is to really know and believe with all your heart that your child is this beautiful, unique gift to this world, and they are beautiful spirits that are here to make a difference and a positive impact in this world. Now, maybe that's been a fleeting thought for you in between your challenges or dealing with their symptoms. I don't know, but it often has come to me, and I want to really have you focus on that instead of focusing on their symptoms. Because I know for me, when I can focus on my child and their beautiful spirit and believe that, you know, they have this important mission in this world to accomplish, and I am being gifted with the opportunity to help them, it really makes a difference. So even when my child is having a meltdown, if I can keep that in the forefront of my mind, instead of me getting frustrated or irritated, it really makes a difference to how I react. And I can express a calmness and unconditional love that maybe I didn't before, when I didn't have that in my focus. And really, if we can foster our child's mission by really looking to see what they love doing in those calm moments, and then provide more of that stimulus for them, that makes such a big difference for them as well. And it creates more calm moments for you and for them. So my third suggestion, excuse me, is to not react by reprimanding or punishing them or giving them a timeout when you think their behavior is out of control or their symptoms are coming up for them. And I invite you instead to show them some form of unconditional love. So whatever that is for you or for your child. You know, for me, it's me asking her, do you need a hug? Can I please hug you? It might be, if your child doesn't do well with being touched, then it might be singing them a soft song that they love. Or maybe it's as simple as using your words and saying, you know what? I love you with all my heart, and I see that you're so upset right now. How can I help you? So those are just some suggestions, because I want you to remember that your child doesn't experience the world the same way we do or the same way other children do. So for us to treat them in a similar manner seems ridiculous, and no wonder we're not getting the results that we hope for. So I want to kind of put an image in your mind just to give you this example. Imagine for a moment that as a parent or a caregiver or a teacher, whatever it is, a timeout to a child with autism or ADHD feels like they're sitting in a jail cell with bars around them. Or what if a raised voice at their actions and towards the child feels like they're in the front row of a concert and someone is actually scraping their nails on a chalkboard? I know those are exaggerated examples, but what if they are experiencing even a quarter of that? You know, how awful would that be for a child to be experiencing that in a time when they're actually just crying out for love and asking for help? So I invite you to consider those three things. The three solutions, if you use them on a regular basis, they can really make a huge difference to how your child reacts with you and how their symptoms dissipate much more quickly than they did perhaps in the past. And think about it. For you, wouldn't you love to experience unconditional love rather than someone being frustrated or irritated or upset with you? I know I would. So please let me know if these 3 ways to show unconditional love to your child was helpful. I'd also love to hear if you have any strategies or solutions that you find work well for you. It would be great to share them. I'm also going to post a link to a blog with the same content below, so you can refer to it in writing on my website. And please join me next week on Thursday at noon for this next live broadcast. And next week I'll be focusing on your child's physical well-being. Thanks so much for joining, and if you've just joined, I see someone just joining. Thank you so much, Jasmine. But I just finishing, but would love for you to listen to the replay, and looking forward to engaging with everyone once we're offline as well. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.